Hi class, this is Miss Leisure. So really quickly, I know this morning the geometry G class, we kind of got off, we were short syllabuses. And so I never really got through the materials really good to where I felt comfortable with them. Hold on one second. There we go. Now I can still see you. So anyway, I really wanted to go through the materials list on here. And if you're in one of my other classes, you may have, you may have turned this in. So here it is. And we're going to first start with the scientific calculator. With the scientific calculator, I highly recommend you get the TI-30 Roman numeral 2 behind it because it has 2 lines. And that way you can see what you've put in and you can say, oh my gosh, that's not supposed to be a negative number. What did I do? Oh my gosh, I've got a minus 58. No wonder. That was supposed to be a plus. And I can go back, change that, hit equals, and voila, I have the 131. And that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, you got to know whether it makes sense or not. All right, so that's a nice feature. You need a scientific calculator, not a statistical calculator or not whatever else, okay? Scientific calculator. And that's because it has a sine, cosine, and tangent on it. So you want to make sure that these 3 buttons are on there. Okay, the other button that's really nice and convenient that I have fallen in love with is this fraction bar right here, fraction button right there, capital A, and then a B with a /C. Those are fractions. It adds, subtracts, multiplies, divides fraction. That comes in handy when it comes time for the MCAS, and you need to save some time. And you know, it's just a really nice key to have. All right, so, and I can show you other things about this calculator as well. TI-30 or higher. If you get the TI-34, 36, I think there's a 38 out there. Those are all great calculators as well. If you get a Casio, again, make sure it's got the fraction bar. Make sure it has these 3 keys on it. I would prefer it have the larger screen with the 2 on it, but we can still work with it. We can figure it out or whatever. All right, those are running around $15 at Target and Staples. Those are the 2 places I've checked. Okay, then on here it says pencils, highlighter, 3-ring binder. In the 3-ring binder, we are printing our booklets here and they're binding them here. So I'd like for you to put them in a 3-ring binder to keep them in good condition and last the whole semester. And then you get to keep your own booklet. It's yours to keep for life. Whenever you want to get rid of it, you can. All right, so there's that. Then ruler, compass, protractor, and graph paper. So let's real quickly talk about these 3. All 4 of these, though, these are things you can keep at home for doing your homework, but you will need them to do them at home. Okay, so real quickly, ruler, you need a ruler that has centimeters on them and inches. We're doing a lot of stuff in centimeters. Second thing you need is a protractor. These are both protractors. This one is metal. Please do not get it. I don't know where it came from. You cannot see through it. Oh, okay? You cannot see through it. You cannot get an accurate measurement. This one, it's yellow, but you can still see through it. Ah, okay, you can still see through it. They have blue, green, yellows. Most of them are clear though, okay? You want to be able to see your numbers really clearly and be able to see things behind it. And then I have a bunch of compasses to show you really quickly. This one Mom and Dad probably remember from when they were young. It just flops. It does not work. Please do not spend $1 or so on this compass. Sorry, okay? It's just not worth it. It just doesn't work. There are these. These run, I think, $2 or $3. They're not bad. They'll last at least till Halloween, maybe Thanksgiving. There's usually a screw right here. It's usually a Phillips screw right there on the back. And I have a Phillips screw. I keep it here so I can tighten them. But I will tell you, this eventually gets loose. The Phillips, it ends up stripping the... Anyway, it ends up stripping. And then the other thing that happened last year was this piece that holds the pencil ended up getting stripped because everybody's putting different size pencils in here. And so then it gets stretched, and then we have to put tape around the pencil and try and make it work, and it just doesn't work. So, and you end up buying another one. So if you don't mind buying them, sure, and keeping buying them, that's fine. But if you want one to last, here's what I would do. This is the one we were using in school. I've never seen these for sale anywhere. I wish they would sell these. These are awesome. Okay, but I have those in school. You can use those in school. I have enough for everybody. And then there's these. And these usually come in a set. There is a set. It's this, the compass, and the protractor, and usually a right square. I'll show you how to use that after Christmas anyway. So if you get a right square, that's fine. You're not going to need one, though. I have one here. But this one, it's usually metal, more metal on it. It's usually got this bar that goes through the middle or somehow part of it or something. And that actually will screw and make the thing wider and wider and wider and wider and wider. Instead of you just going yank and pulling it and stretching it, you have to use this. So these are really better. Now, where do you find these? Staples, office supply stuff, Office Depot. However, they're usually not just in your regular school supply section. You have to go and look into like a section that's, I think it's for engineers, architecture and that kind of stuff. There's usually stencils and curvy thingies in it and things. But they usually are in there, and there's usually a set. And the set will save you a little bit of money. Maybe not much. Maybe none at all. I don't know. But anyway, this is what I recommend that you go and get is, it's usually like this, these two at least. You don't have to have the triangle. But you really are looking for this compass. Not this exact one. There are other ones, but this thing. All right? And graph paper. So I look forward to seeing you last week. It was a good week this week. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.